we also have to improve in certain areas. We got counter-attacked too much today, but that probably also has to do with the fact that we missed out on 7 senior players, and we wanted to give 20 players playing time. So as a result of that, too many players didn't play in their own position, but we still were able to play our normal game, but were a bit too open once in a while in the counter-attack.
Liverpool started off in a 4-2-3-1, AC Milan in a 3-5-2, so we got Alisson in goal, we got Robertson, we got Van Dijk, Gravenberch dropped from the midfield to the defense, we got Stephenson, then we got Morton, and Szoboszlai, normally playing up higher, is now the double pivot. That is because of Florian Wirtz. So we got Ngumoha, what a player, brilliant winger, was involved in Liverpool's first goal. We got Harvey Elliott as the number 10, and we got Mo Salah out wide, and the striker was Florian Wirtz. Looking at AC Milan, we got Maina in goal, Tomori, we got Thiaw, we got Pavlovic, we got Salamakrez, we got Ricky, we got Fofana, we got Christian Pulisic, very involved up high with Rafael Leao over here. We have Bardasagi, Leao, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So at the start, Liverpool had a blistering start. Everybody moved just up high. We got this 3 at the back, Gravenberch, Van Dijk, and Robertson. The right back moves inside, Salah mostly playing out wide, and then connecting with either Harvey Elliott or Florian Wirtz with a roaming role. And so normally, and at that time, when Liverpool were playing this really high press for the first 2-3 minutes of the game, we'd have this 5-3-2 sort of a situation for AC Milan. And if there were like 2 players or 3 players, Liverpool tried to make this a 4 versus 3 advantage and tried to connect with all these people. And then we had Szoboszlai coming up high as well. So there was a lot of rotation and ball circulation going on, and at a very fast tempo. It was really good. Let's start with how Liverpool actually built out from the back, because in the 4th minute, Alisson had the ball. They were trying to build out, and obviously AC Milan were up high, pressing them at that time, which was very rare, by the way. And so once this was happening, Alisson made this mistake, and Leao happened to get the ball. When Leao passed the ball over here, one of the players made the run, and he passed it to him. And when he did that, when this guy got the ball, what Leao would do was he would overlap so that there were distractions created, so that they'd have to figure out if this guy was going to take the shot or if he was going to pass it back to Leao, who was going to pass it to these guys over here. So this was one of the earlier chances AC Milan got. But after that, then obviously the game opened up a little bit, and Liverpool again started their attacks. And that was going on most of the game. They had 18 shots versus 10 for Milan. So this was basically park the bus. But once Liverpool was on transitions, this guy over here, the new young winger, he was really, really effective. Sometimes he'd move over here, but sometimes, if he'd get space, he'd try to move over here. And once they were in transition and all the guys weren't at the back, there was a lot of speed going on. So it was really good. Really good player. And obviously Salah from this side would move in. Wirtz would want to connect with him. And even Szoboszlai would make forward movements, as well as Harvey Elliott. This guy, good feet on both sides. If you go here, this guy'd follow him, he'd immediately move inside. So pretty bright future over here. So we'd also see Van Dijk connecting directly with Salah over here, and the reason he was hugging the touchline was so pull the AC Milan guy out wide, and from here Again, Liverpool would have a high line, and the fullback would actually underlap and create more space so that if a guy was following him, then Salah would make this direct pass inside to connect with the double striker system of Elliott and Florian Wirtz. Basically, or you can say a strikerless system. And that's what Slot was doing, trying to see where Wirtz fits in, how it impacts the squad, and everything. So that was pretty good. Huge gaps being created around this area. And if Wirtz would get the ball, you would see Soboslai running up and connecting with him. So before, when they signed Wirtz, we were thinking, okay, where's Soboslai going to go? What's going to happen? And even if he's playing deep as a double pivot, he's still playing his high game and he's actually connecting with Wirtz. So that is a really good sign. During one of these plays, what happened was that Liverpool lost the ball, and because AC Milan was in this very low block, they had this number advantage over here, and somehow they got through. And Liverpool at that time were playing a two-man rest defense, and Liao, as soon as he saw that AC Milan had won the ball, he just made that dart. And when he made that dart, it was just like solo. They couldn't really catch him, and he was 1v1 against Alisson. Fine, this guy made it right over here, but that was just a banger shot straight in the top corner, went right over Alisson. So AC Milan got the lead 1-0. It was actually Van Dijk following, and he slowed down because he didn't know what Liao was going to do. So maybe, if these guys had caught up at that time, maybe he was wondering if Liao was going to cut back or something. But then when he saw that he was going to take a shot, he was just too late to actually stop that shot. So it was an error in reading the intentions of what Liao was actually going to do. In the 20th minute, we saw an applause from the crowd for Diogo Jota. We also saw AC Milan press really high. Very rarely, but they did when they had the chance, because they also they didn't want to really play that park the bus game, although that is the plan. But in the last game against Arsenal, Allegri said that, they want to work on their high line possession game as well, if the opponent allows them to. So
Forte come l'Arsenal, i ragazzi hanno fatto una buona partita per 60 minuti, diciamo, abbiamo elevato il livello di sofferenza nella fase di non possesso, poi le qualità tecniche di questi giocatori è molto alta, stiamo lavorando, bisogna migliorare nella fase di possesso assolutamente, però direi che lo stiamo facendo.
When they did press, it wasn't really bad, it was really high, and they were keeping an eye on these guys. So it was like a 4 over here, and then 3 guys around here. It was a pretty aggressive press, but what Liverpool did was, as soon as they got that chance, they tried to punch the ball out over here, out wide, to switch the game. In the event Milan was pressing them, they wanted to go for the transition counter-attack sort of a situation. In the 25th minute, when this happened, there was a switch out wide, a 1v1 solo situation, moving left, right, dragging this guy out. Eventually, it was Soboslai who had made his way up over here, and he gave that pass to him, back pass. So it was like casually just like popped it into the goal, and it was a wonder goal. It was like really, really good, brilliant stuff. So it was 1-1. A brilliant far post goal. Then we also saw a brilliant move over here. Salah moved inside. He connected with Wirtz 1-2, and he got the ball. And he could have taken that shot. He could have scored on his own. It was really easy. It would have gone in with the pace at which Salah shoots. But I think he wanted to get Wirtz off the mark. A welcome sort of a situation. So he passed it back, and obviously there was an interception at that time. So it was a pass too many. Salah basically wants to welcome Wirtz and get him off to scoring so that, you know, he feels settled and everything. Because obviously, till you don't score, it's for every new player that, you know, once you're there, you want to score as quick as possible. Salah was basically trying to have him out, but that's okay. It's a preseason.
Just on the centre-back situation, obviously Jarrell left the club, Joe's gone home due to injury. Is that a concern in terms of something you're going to need to address in the market?
I'm looking to my left. I don't think we have a concern in centre back. In terms of depth, I think Ryan showed today, by the way, that he can play that position. He did it last season as well. Although we all know we favour him as a number 6. But Wata can play there. Joe Gomez only has a minor injury, so he's been good for us last season as well. So we have enough options left. But it's true that the Joao Kwanzaa left, and we haven't replaced him yet.